average, whatever average that you see in the placement report, you can probably consider uh, soda amount lesser than that and on an average scale. But more
क्या
or less,
अमाउंट
it's the
मतलब
same
क्या
as
अमाउंट
what
है?
you
कैन
do
यू
for
जस्ट से
MBA.
कुछ भी अमाउंट इफ पॉसिबल? कैन यू जस्ट से कोई भी अमाउंट अप्रोक्स क्या रहेगा? आईपी मैट कोई कर रहा है
So,
उसके?
like we prepare for the exams 2 days before the exam. So, मतलब पढ़ाई तो
Right.
it's the least of our concerns. So, आप जैसे ही घुसते हो कॉलेज में, you
हम्म।
have your freshers.
मास्टर्स तो अब्रॉड से ही करना है बट उसको 3 इयर्स की डिग्री लेनी है, तो व्हाट डू यू थिंक कि 3 इयर्स की डिग्री आई एम इंदौर से ले ली जाए बीए की, या फिर एनएमआईएमएस, या फिर आपका डीयू वगैरह देखा जाए? सो है आदित्य, यू कैन जस्ट स्टार्ट विद योर इंट्रो, या गो अहेड।
All right. So, hi Harshit. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Aditya Desai. I'm from Mumbai, and currently I'm an IPM student at IIM Indore. I have cleared my CFA Level 1 examination as well, and I'm in my fourth year right now. So I've been through like the 3 years of undergrad that go through that
राइट।
IPM students have to go through, and right now I'm
राइट।
part of the general MBA cohort as well.
ग्रेट मैन, ग्रेट। ओके, सो ब्रो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लाइक यू हैव डन, मतलब यू आर डूइंग आईपी मैथ, तो अब काफी लोगों को ठीक है धीरे धीरे क्लैरिटी मिल रही है, बट तब भी काफी लोगों को अगर नहीं पता, तो कैन यू जस्ट एक्सप्लेन आईपी मैथ का कैसे, क्या अंडर में कैसे रहता है, फिर एमबीए भी होता है उसमें, थोड़ा सा बस एक्सप्लेन कर दो कि व्हाट इज आईपी मैथ इन शॉर्ट।
So IPM is Integrated Program and Management, which was started in 2011 by IIM Indore itself. And it is basically a 3+2 program where 3 years you get an undergraduation, which is BA in Foundations of Management. It is not BBA, just to clarify. It is BA in Foundations of
राइट, या।
Management plus 2 years of MBA that you're part of the general cohort at IIM Indore.
राइट।
So, in your 3 years, even though it's titled as a BA degree, you'll learn everything, be it mathematics, probability, statistics, social sciences, economics, everything in extreme depth. Like you deal with a few of the most nuanced concepts. Right now, I'm in my first year of MBA and I have engineers and all studying with me. And the level of depth in which they have learned mathematics, we have also delved into that much depth. So, every part of the subject, be it economics, statistics, maths, and social sciences, you learn an extreme rigor and depth. And obviously, you have great facilities here, so you have a good experience all in all.
गॉट इट, या ग्रेट। सो आई थिंक इंदौर में आपका बीए होता है, बट आई थिंक रोहतक का जो है उसमें बीबीए डिग्री देते हैं, राइट, अंडरग्रेड में, सो इट्स
Correct,
डिफरेंट
correct.
थोड़ा।
Yeah, absolutely.
जी।
Indore has BA, Rohtak has BBA.
ओके, गॉट इट। एंड आपका ये भी ऑप्शन है ना कि आफ्टर 3 इयर्स इफ यू वांट यू कैन लाइक अपेयर फॉर कैट वगैरह, एंड यू कैन जस्ट स्विच आईएम, मतलब अगर आपको करना है तो बेटर मिल रहा है, तो इज इट लाइक दैट?
Correct, absolutely. So after 3 years, you can essentially leave with a BA degree if you want to. So I have friends who have switched to other institutes, other IIMs. They've moved to the US to pursue their masters. Some
राइट।
of them have started their own ventures, gotten $1 million funding, and are doing that. So there are two ways: either you can leave the program, or you also have an option of taking a sabbatical. Sabbatical is essentially a 1 year leave where your seat is still saved for the MBA program, but you can go out for 1 year, explore your options, work somewhere if you want, and then come back and join the MBA program.
गॉट इट, ठीक है, ग्रेट। सो यार ब्रो, अगर मैं बात करूं कि इसका आपका आईपी मैट का एडमिशन प्रोसेस कैसा रहता है आपका, एंड फिर आपका कट ऑफ हो गया, एंड लाइक व्हाट वाज योर जर्नी बेसिकली, हाउ डिड यू प्रिपेयर फॉर इट, एंड आई थिंक यू आर फ्रॉम बैच, मतलब 2020, तो जब मैं बात करूं तो उस टाइम तो आईपी मैट बहुत कम था, यू आर गेटिंग इट, मतलब ऑनेस्टली इतना कुछ था नहीं जितना अभी हो गया है। तो कैन यू एक्सप्लेन कि व्हाट वाज योर जर्नी, कैसे क्या प्रिपेयर किया था, एंड अगर कोई आना चाहते हैं तो उसका क्या रहे, मतलब।
Okay, correct. So that's true. Matlab 2020 में when I gave the exam, there were around 22,000 aspirants. Right now, last year जिन्होंने दिया, there are 30,000 people who are giving it, and there are only 150 seats. So the competition is extremely rigorous. But I feel what worked for me is that I started preparing after boards essentially. Before boards, I was doing matlab ऐसे basic about CAT books and stuff like that. But after boards is when I started putting dedicated time for my IPMAT preparation. And during my time also, matlab ज़्यादा resources to be very honest available नहीं थे because it's a new program. So for entrance preparation, that is why once I got into IIM Indore, then we started this thing called as Univoyage, which is
Right.
basically like helping out people with awareness
Mm-hmm.
about the IPM program and also
Mm-hmm.
preparation about the IPM program. So this
Mm-hmm.
is like something started by us IIM Indore students,
Yeah.
where we essentially help out people with mentorship and preparation for their entrance
Mm-hmm.
exams.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, my preparation was basically I used cat books for my preparation क्योंकि और कोई material ज़्यादा available था नहीं.
Mm-hmm.
And then I essentially took mocks for those particular institutes. Um, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much how I went about it.
Right.
So after IPMAT, there's also a personal interview round. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so they shortlist out of whatever 25-30,000 people they give. They would
Mm-hmm.
shortlist around 700 or 800 people for the interview round. And
Mm-hmm.
out of that, then finally 150 students are selected.
Right. Got it. एंड यार मतलब ड्यूरिंग योर टाइम डिड यू लाइक कोई कोचिंग वगैरह ली थी या फिर सेल्फ स्टडी थी?
नहीं, so as I mentioned, मैंने तो usually like self prep ही किया था. I took one crash course, but I left
राइट.
it मतलब very soon because that
हम्म.
was like they used to prepare for general BB exams. And
राइट.
if you've given the any sample year paper or a past year paper of IPM, you would understand कि IPMAT is tougher as compared to the general BB exams that is there. So that coaching was not very helpful. So I started directly preparing from the CAT books. So मैंने CAT के
राइट.
through ही then I directly prepared for that.
हम्म. गॉट इट. एंड यार आई थिंक मॉक्स आल्सो प्ले अ बिग पार्ट ना. व्हाट डू यू थिंक? मतलब मॉक्स वगैरह देना भी लाइक इज इट इम्पोर्टेंट? कितना क्या रहता है?
Absolutely. I think mocks is one of the most essential components of your preparation.
राइट. हम्म.
So what I would suggest to anyone out there is कि if you're just starting out, पहले just go through a past year paper of IPM,
हम्म.
2019, 2020, 2021. सारे papers are available on the official website of IIM Indore. You can go through them and see कि कितना आ रहा है तुम्हें. So suppose you're an engineering or a JEE aspirant, you might not need as much coaching as required for someone who is
राइट.
from a humanities or a commerce background. So
हम्म.
go through that past year paper, understand your level of preparation as of now. And then if you think you really require preparation, then you can go for coaching.
या.
Otherwise, I think self prep and giving mocks is a good strategy.
राइट. गॉट इट. वही चीज यार लाइक ड्यूरिंग आवर टाइम मेरे को याद है आई थिंक आईएमएस प्रथम वगैरह चलता था. मेरे को जितना याद आ रहा है मैंने तो आईएमएस से किया था. मुझे याद है कि आई लाइक टुक मटेरियल वगैरह एनपैट वगैरह क्योंकि मेरा तो नहीं था कि आईपी मैट दूंगा ऐसे. तो आईएमएस से लिया था बट आई थिंक नाउ द थिंग्स हैव चेंज. मतलब मैंने देखा है बहुत अच्छे रिसोर्सेज आ गए, मॉक टेस्ट वगैरह आ गए, आपका आई क्वांटा वगैरह है, फिर आपका एक कैट किंग का देखा है. उनके मतलब काफी फीचर चेंज हो गए. लाइक पहले तो सिर्फ एक मटेरियल्स होते थे, मॉक होते. अब मैंने देखा कैट किंग करके क्या मैं ऐसे ही देखता रहता हूँ क्या स्टडी मटेरियल स्टूडेंट्स को सजेस्ट करने के लिए. तो उनका था कि दे अगर उनके क्लासेस वगैरह वी पार समथिंग है. डू यू नो वी पार क्या होता है? मतलब यू एनी आइडिया? बेसिकली वी पार इज मतलब आपका वैदिक मैथ्स परसेंटेजेस एवरेज रेशियो.
Okay.
तो वो लोग ऐसे स्टार्ट करते हैं. फिर मॉक टेस्ट वगैरह बहुत सारे कैट के लेवल के हैं. तो यार मतलब थिंग्स हैव चेंज. मतलब राइट नाउ तो लोग मतलब स्टूडेंट्स के पास बहुत सारे रिसोर्सेज आ गए हैं जो अपने पास तो इतने नहीं थे. तो यार दैट्स अ ग्रेट थिंग. ठीक है यार, ये सब तो बात की हमने. थोड़ा कॉलेज कैसे घुसना है, कैसे एंट्री. अब देखो लो में ये होता है माइंड में कि कोई आईएम जा रहे हैं, स्पेशली आपका इंदौर टॉप का आईएम माना जाता है. तो ये लगता है कि सिर्फ पढ़ ही रहे हैं लोग, कुछ फन नहीं होता है. तो हाउ लाइक फन लाइफ कैसी है आपकी? क्या मतलब पार्टी लाइफ थोड़ा क्या है? फिर आपका लोकेशन कॉलेज की एक तो इंदौर है, तो इंदौर एज अ सिटी कैसा है, आसपास है कुछ? फिर आपका रिलेशनशिप वगैरह भी क्या सीन है मतलब इन सब का?
Okay. So let's start with the first part.
राइट.
पढ़ाई तो I think does go for a toss to be very honest क्योंकि
ओके.
uh, like we prepare for the exams 2 days before the exam. So मतलब पढ़ाई तो
राइट.
it's the least of our concerns. So आप जैसे ही घुसते हो कॉलेज में, you have your freshers week that happens where you interact with your seniors. Your seniors introduce themselves to you and stuff. So you go through that entire process. फिर जैसे ही सीनियर्स के साथ फर्स्ट फ्रेशर्स नाइट हो जाती है, देन यू गेट टू इट्स अ रेसिडेंशियल प्रोग्राम. तो यू फॉर्म योर ओन रूममेट्स ऑल्सो. आप रूममेट्स के साथ
राइट.
इन्वॉल्व हो रहे हो. आप अपने जहाँ से सपोज मैं मुंबई से हूँ तो आई हैव अ बैच ऑफ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल फ्रॉम मुंबई. वैसे
राइट.
अलग अलग एरिया से भी लोग आते हैं. तो यू इंटरेक्ट विद देम. देन नेक्स्ट थिंग इज दैट when you come in, you get start elections and procedures for your student activity council. तो उसमें बहुत सारी कमिटीज होती है, क्लब्स होती है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू वट एवर योर इंटरेस्ट इज. तो फर्स्ट ईयर में जैसे आई वॉज अ कोर मेंबर ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप एंड इंडस्ट्री कनेक्ट सेल.
Okay.
Final year में I was the president of investment and analysis group. So fin
Mm-hmm.
related group था वो. तो पढ़ाई तो in the sense, if as long as you attend lectures, I think you'll do pretty well. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
as such, out of the classes, पढ़ाई तो it's only happens before the exams. Apart from that, yeah, sports वगैरह, it's amazing. Like the
Yeah.
campus, the
Mm-hmm.
facilities that we have for sports, we have an Olympic-sized swimming pool. We have two fully equipped
Mm-hmm.
gymnasiums. We have football, volleyball, tennis, badminton, basketball, you name it, and we've got it.
Yeah.
So squash, pool, all sorts of
Right.
games we have here. So
Mm-hmm.
people usually spend their time playing a lot of sports as well. And next question was about the location. So it is not located within the city. It is 20 kilometers
Mm.
outside the
Yeah.
city in another
Mm-hmm.
district called as Rao. So
Mm.
city तो ज़्यादा आना जाना हो मतलब जैसे I came from Mumbai तो party life and all
Yeah.
मेरे को यहाँ पे
Common.
city में it was not very exciting to be very
Right.
honest.
Yeah.
So main
Mm-hmm.
parties happen within the campus itself.
Campus.
So the campus
Mm-hmm.
is huge enough. We have designated party areas where you go every weekend. You'll find some or the other celebration
Right.
going on. So
Mm-hmm.
majorly we celebrate and we stay within the campus itself. But obviously, malab kabhi kabhi we go to the cities over the
Mm-hmm.
weekends and stuff. And yeah, Sundays ko there's also movie streaming. So any new movie that has come up, we have a
Mm-hmm.
fully equipped theater jahan pe we get new
Right.
movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
yeah, I mean, all in all, it's like a very fun environment.
Right.
Obviously, there is a lot
Mm-hmm.
of academic rigor attached to it, but
Mm.
all of you are suffering in the same boat. So
Yeah.
वो निकल जाता है
Mm.
मतलब it's okay. It's not very
हाँ तो
rigorous.
इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट कि लोग अगर सोच रहे हैं कि सिर्फ जाके भी पढ़ाई पढ़ाई करनी है, नॉट लाइक दैट, इट्स अ मिक्सचर ना, मतलब आपको पढ़ाई भी ऑब्वियसली करनी पड़ेगी, बट या यू गेट अ टाइम, यू गेट टाइम टू एंजॉय स्टफ, हैंग आउट विद फ्रेंड्स वगैरह, राइट? So great,
Absolutely, absolutely.
great यार. So now coming to next thing कि यार ये बताओ during your time which other college like did you got into and why did you choose, मतलब आपका चलो IIM इंदौर हो गया, क्या main reason था and बाकी colleges क्यों नहीं choose किए, and also मतलब ठीक है honestly I'm from NM से गया, I wanted to know your honest opinion अगर कोई है जिसका aim है कि उसको मास्टर्स तो अब्रॉड से ही करना है बट उसको 3 इयर्स की डिग्री लेनी है, तो व्हाट डू यू थिंक कि 3 इयर्स की डिग्री आई इंदौर से ले ली जाए बीए की, या फिर एनएमआईएमएस, या फिर आपका डीयू वगैरह देखा जाए?
Okay. So first part of the question कि कौन से और colleges
राइट.
में I got in. So my main aim was IPM IIM Indore. Like throughout my 12th standard, this was my target.
ओके.
So उसके अलावा also for backup I gave SAT scholastic aptitude test for US and Canadian colleges. I got into University of British Columbia, University of Toronto, वगैरह वगैरह. So those couple of colleges I got in. I also got into a few US colleges with scholarship. But उन सब की processes happen before the IPM exam is conducted. So
राइट.
I had those offer letters in hand just in case I'm unable to sail through, because as I mentioned, 150 seats, 25,000 applicants. So you can do the math here. The chance is less than 0.8%.
या.
So that was there. Apart from that, I also got into IIM Rohtak for their IPM program. I also got into NMIMS. I in fact attended NMIMS BSc Finance क्योंकि
ओके.
एक महीना results आए नहीं थे
हाँ.
IIM इंदौर के. तो वो एक महीना like as a backup option I had to attend NMIMS का. So I was a part of the BSc Finance program at NMIMS for one month, and then I shifted as soon as I got an admission. I shifted to IIM Indore. So yeah, these were the colleges that I got in. And secondly, if there's someone who wants to pursue their degree from abroad,
Yeah.
I would say that IIM Indore would still is a pretty good and a clear choice.
Okay.
As compared to any of the other colleges. I think DU में certain colleges like SRCC हो गया, that
Shahid
might be
Sukhdev.
like an equivalent. Yeah, Shahid Sukhdev, SRCC,
Yeah.
they are like a good comparison or
Right.
probably a notch better because of its wider
Yeah.
popularity. But in terms of the rigor, the academic rigor that you are put through in IIM Indore, I think
Right.
when you go outside or you go to do any masters, the subjects would feel like a cakewalk. Matlab, I've done courses on stochastic calculus, Markov processes. It's
Yeah.
extremely in depth. So,
Right.
if you move abroad, it will be considerably easier for you. And also, यहाँ पे you will get a hostel life experience, जो most likely
Hmm.
आपको abroad में भी मिलेगा. Other
Hmm.
colleges like dormitories होती है abroad में. Other colleges, NMIMS or BU, I'm not sure if they are residential. They are not residential programs.
Right.
So that experience of that independence experience is also
Right.
something that you would enjoy
Yeah.
here. So I think in that front also, it's like a great choice if you want
Hmm.
to come.
Got it. Great, yaar. Now talking about the faculties. Obviously, like being in IIM Indore, सबसे बड़ी expectation होती है कि faculties आपके like top notch होंगे, सब कुछ होंगे. So can you just tell कि faculties वगैरह कैसे हैं थोड़ा?
Obviously. So, faculties are again, some professors are hired specially for the IPM program, but a
Hmm.
lot of them are the professors who actually teach the MBA students.
Hmm.
So, you are essentially getting the IIM Indore ke top notch MBA faculty to teach you.
Right.
And the faculty, we don't call them as tutors or teachers, we call them as
Hmm.
instructors. Their job is
Okay.
to instruct us, our job is to
Hmm.
learn. तो वो
Hmm.
स्पून फीड नहीं करेंगे कि you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this homework and so on. Their job is to instruct you, uh, engage you with a particular subject, generate some curiosity about a particular subject within you, and it is our job कि हम आगे जाके, there are class readings that we are given, so we need to read them before coming to the class. There is certain amount of assignments that are given, group projects, individual projects. So all of that is something that we have to take the initiative. We also have a area in the third year which is called as course of independent study, which is
Okay.
basically if you have certain GPA, you
Yeah.
can pursue that. It's a research that you can do with a professor, and that is something that is published in reputed journals.
Hmm.
So I have
Hmm.
done two such research projects, one on blockchain technology, one on neural networks, and those professors essentially become your research guides, and they help you
Hmm.
actually publish it in an academic paper. So on that front, I think the faculty is extremely qualified. We have the residential faculty is obviously qualified. We also have visiting faculty. So over the
Hmm.
weekends or on certain dates, we have professors coming from IIT Bombay. Our accounts teacher was CA finals All India rank one. A lot of industry experience they already have. We have people from the government of India who come in
Hmm.
and teach us certain subjects. So I think
Yeah.
all in all, the visiting faculty as well as the existing faculty we have is top notch, and it's
Yeah.
just upon us ki hum kitna seekhna chahte hain. That
Hmm.
is all that
Hmm.
matters.
Yeah.
They are there to obviously instruct us and provide us with the best of
Hmm.
guidance out there.
गॉट इट यार एक चीज मुझे पूछनी थी कि आपका ये जैसे कि एनएमआईएमएस हो गया एंड एक दो प्राइवेट कॉलेज क्राइस्ट वगैरह हो गए इनमें आजकल बहुत चल रहा है कि इनको मतलब हमारे स्टूडेंट लिटरली बैच में बहुत स्टूडेंट्स फेल हो रहे हैं दे हैव टू रिपीट ईयर तो ऐसा आईएम में भी होता है क्या मतलब इज इट सेम या एक दो बच्चे फेल होते हैं बिल्कुल नहीं होते हैं
So there is certain thing called as relative grading. Relative
ओके
grading में सारे students के marks एक bell curve पे fit करते हैं, and दो एक limit होती है कि top 5 to top 20% को ही तुम A grade दे सकते हो.
ओके
Similarly, नीचे के 5% को might receive a D or an F. So here how it works is there are certain credits that are assigned to each and every course. Now, if you get a D grade, you get, suppose 4 credit ka course hai, you get 4 DCPs, that is deficit credit points. If you get an F in that course, you get 8 DCPs, which is 8 deficit credit points. And in the entire year, if you accumulate 18 DCPs, alag alag courses, alag alag terms mein mila ke, then you have to repeat that particular year. So instances are very rare. Matlab, out of 150, I would say around max to max 5 or 6 cases mein aisa hota hai. And if there are genuine concerns like health related issues and all, तो वो सब consider हो जाता है. But on an average, we've seen the trend कि around 5 to 6 people usually repeat the particular year. So failing professors also don't want to fail students,
या
because we understand there's a lot of economic cost as well as
एग्जैक्टली
your mental cost attached to it. तो वो avoid करते हैं. But हाँ, the trend has been कि 5 to 6 students fail.
राइट गॉट इट एंड व्हाट्स द फीस क्या फीस है
So the fee structure for the first 3 years, during my time, it was around 15 lakhs. Right now, I think it has increased to around 18, 19 lakhs. And the last 2 years is similar to what your MBA ka fees is.
कैट
So right now, it's 22 lakhs. for 2 years.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that is what the fees is.
Approx 35 to 40 you can say for whole IP math, right?
हाँ 40 पकड़ के चलो
Right.
approximately 40 lakhs, but
Hmm.
there are funding options available, need based
Right.
financial aids है, scholarships है, you get easy education loans and so on.
नहीं एंड ऑल्सो आपका अगर कोई 3 इयर्स बाद लाइक छोड़ रहा है जिसको छोड़ना है कोई उसके लिए प्लेसमेंट्स होती हैं क्या किसी को अगर 3 साल के बाद
3 years के बाद there is no placements available as such.
ओके
So there are compulsory placements after your second year during your summers, like an internship of sorts.
इंटर्नशिप
3 years के बाद our batch actually tried as part of the entrepreneurship cell कि ऐसा कोई एक mechanism हो. So that is still being developed. मतलब काफी चीजें are in progress right now. So hopefully in the next couple of years we might be able to see that as well. But right now there is no such mechanism कि college के through placements होगी. बाहर से you can obviously
ओके
find some.
तो आपका आईपी मैट के बाद प्लेसमेंट सेम लगती है ना जो कैट फॉर एग्जांपल कोई कैट करके निकल रहा है कोई आईपी मैट करके 5 साल बाद निकल रहा है सेम होती है थोड़ा बहुत डिफरेंस आता है
So, difference in the terms of, see, there are certain companies. Firstly, when you go through IPM, you are a fresher, and there are people coming with a work
हाँ
experience. So
राइट
there are certain companies who require people only with work experience. Those companies would not open for IPM students. Then,
राइट
out of the companies that open for IPM and freshers, the people who come from outside, unme bhi there are certain companies, very few in number, that do not open for the IPM students. But
ओ
I think out of the top 15, 20 companies that come to IIM Indore, I would say two companies at the back of my mind, two companies are the ones that do not open for IPM. But top 20 may say around 15 to 17 companies will be
दे
open
दो
for IPM as well as people coming from outside. So that is not an issue.
गॉट इट एंड कैन यू एक बार टेल मी कि आपका थोड़ा एवरेज दे दो कि प्लेसमेंट आईपी मैट इंटर्नशिप का एंड फाइनल प्लेसमेंट क्या रहता है अप्रोक्स मतलब एवरेज जो रहता है
So I will not be able to disclose the exact figures,
या
obviously.
मतलब कुछ अप्रोक्स मतलब ऑनलाइन भी रहता है कुछ मतलब अप्रोक्स अमाउंट यू
Correct.
कैन जस्ट से दैट
So
या
if you look at the online figures, those are
या
actually CTC values, so cost to company
हाँ
values होती है वो.
या
So don't take it as blind truth. मतलब
राइट
there is certain base component, certain bonuses and benefits जो
राइट
combine करके you get an
या
online report.
या
So have certain like benchmark की CTC में अगर XYZ amount है, so you probably say कि okay, probably I will get 70% of that as the base value
या
in hand. And उसमें से भी if you look at IPM, we usually have an average, whatever average that you see in the placement report, you can probably consider thoda amount lesser than that and on an average scale. But more
या
or less,
अमाउंट
it's
मतलब क्या
as what
अमाउंट है कैन यू जस्ट से
every
कुछ भी अमाउंट इफ पॉसिबल कैन यू जस्ट से कोई भी अमाउंट अप्रोक्स क्या रहेगा आईपी मैट कोई कर रहा है
so
उसके बाद
मतलब मैंने ऑनेस्टली प्लेसमेंट फिगर्स देखे नहीं थे बिफोर ज्वाइनिंग आईपीएम मतलब मेरे को
या
ज्वाइन करना था फॉर द इंस्टीट्यूट
हाँ
सो
राइट
जो भी एग्जैक्ट फिगर्स है आई हैव स्टिल नॉट सीन अ
अच्छा
सिंगल प्लेसमेंट रिपोर्ट टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट तो
हम्म
वट एवर प्लेसमेंट रिपोर्ट जो
बट
भी है
आरओआई तो रहता
आई थिंक
होगा
इफ
ना
यू
इंश्योर्ड
कंसिडर
आरओआई तो रहता ही होगा
हाँ so currently the placement that I personally have gotten which is touch wood like on a good scale I
राइट
can presume ki the ROI you will break even your cost in the 2 years that you graduate from your IPM program.
वाओ
So around 2 years mein, you will be able to recover the 40 lakhs if you're in like the top 10 or top 5 percentile. Agar
ओह
tum
वाओ
average ho, so then I think 3.5 years is the break even. Us period mein you will be able to break even.
राइट गॉट इट यार ग्रेट एक लास्ट चीज की क्राउड के बारे में कैन यू प्लीज टेल कि क्राउड कैसा रहता है कि इंश्योर इन जनरल की क्राउड मतलब एक हर कॉलेज के एक सर्टेन क्राउड बोला जाता है सो हाउ इज क्राउड कैसा है मतलब काफी सिर्फ नर्ड्स से सिर्फ पढ़ते रहते हैं या फिर सब मिक्सचर रहता है हाउ इज इट
Crowd is extremely diverse. Matlab, especially 12th के बाद the people who come in. So there are people who are pursuing JEE, people from the commerce background,
राइट
people with medicine matlab pursuing
या
NEET, people with humanities background as well. So all kinds of people come in from all parts of the country. We have people coming in from north, south, east, west, northeast, everywhere.
या
So it's a good sort of exposure that you get. And in terms of the kind of people, they are all of them. If you look at the acceptance rate of IIM Indore, that itself will tell you कि कितना difficult है to get in. So
Yeah.
all of them are toppers in their particular schools. Have
Right.
a decently, not saying ki only toppers get in, but have a decently good grade or are good in terms of academics in their respective areas. Apart
Right.
from that, extracurriculars also, people are extremely good here. Like when it comes to sports and all, we have very, very good sports wars that are conducted between batches, sections. So, and in terms of the kind of people, there are all, you get the entire spectrum. There are people who will
Yeah.
only study, there are people who will only party. So, as
Right.
long as you're somewhere between those two places, I
Right.
think you're good to go. And, matlab, people are from all sorts of areas, but they are,
Right.
whatever people come, they are very good in whatever they were doing back before their 12th standard. So, they're
Hmm.
like, you've experienced good quality exposure here.
Right. बट वन थिंग दैट आई वांट टू नो कि जैसे आपका डीयू है, डीयू में फीस इज ऑब्वियसली लेस, तो जो मतलब लोग हैं एकेडमिक्स में अच्छे हैं बट ऑब्वियसली दे डोंट हैव दैट मच मतलब आपका रिसोर्सेज, तो वो चले जाते हैं. तो आई एम इंदौर में इज देयर एनी प्रोविजन और समथिंग, मतलब प्रोविजन नॉट, आई एम नॉट अबाउट कोटा वगैरह, आई एम टॉकिंग कि कुछ स्कॉलरशिप वगैरह कुछ है कि ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स आ सके, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली 40 lakhs एवरीवन कांट पे.
Correct. So there is one need-based financial aid which the institute provides. So if your income, family income level is below a certain threshold, you get certain fee rebates and so on and so forth.
Oh,
For people from the Madhya Pradesh, for people coming from Madhya Pradesh, in fact, there is certain government schemes that are available.
okay.
जो आपको fee reimburse हो जाती है and so on and so forth. And if your family income is below a certain level, and your
Hmm.
education loan is also something that you can avail at a very minimal interest rate, and uska moratorium period is like 2 years. So you essentially have to pay 2 years after you graduate from the institute. So once you're like self-sustaining and stuff, उसके बाद आप pay करना start कर
Right.
सकते हो.
Okay, so Aditya, one last thing कि any one last advice that you would like to give to your juniors जो prepare कर रहे हैं for IPMAT वगैरह, तो related to preparation, related to आपका IIM college के लिए क्या कुछ particular उनको रहे mindset. So anything, one last advice you wanna give?
So I think like just focus on the IPMAT exam right now. Interview, I get a lot of queries regarding how do you prepare for interviews and will this certification help me to crack interviews and all.
Right, yeah.
That is all the secondary steps. Just
Hmm.
focus on cracking the IPMAT exam as of now. And for that, there are a lot of resources available. So, as I mentioned, we IIM Indore students have started something called as Univoyage. You can explore
Right.
that on YouTube. You can either like, I am obviously willing to help you guys out. So if you can look me up either on LinkedIn or Instagram or whatever, you can also reach out to me for that sense.
Sure.
And overall, I think reach out to people who are already have cracked this exam. Uh,
Hmm.
Probably a lot of seniors are available on LinkedIn. And
Hmm.
we are in general, like we tend to help out the people who are aspiring
Hmm.
to
Yeah.
get in here, and start your preparation as soon as possible. The competition is increasing, obviously. Do have certain backup options. So just in case this does not come through, hopefully it does, but just in case agar nahi hota hai, to do have certain backup options. Do not blindly just go for one particular exam. Um, and start your prep as soon as possible. Give enough mock tests. As I mentioned earlier, solve a past year paper to gauge
Hmm.
ki where is your preparation at this point of time,
Right.
kitni help chahiye aapko. And yeah, I mean, all the very best, guys. Reach out to
Yeah.
us if there's any help required. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All the very best.
Great. Thank you so much, Aditya, for your time. And it was great talking to you. बाकी guys, I hope आप जो भी वीडियो देख रहे हैं यूजफुल होगी, इन्फॉर्मेटिव होगी. एंड ऑब्वियसली यू कैन रीच आउट टू आदित्य. मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में आई थिंक आईजी वगैरह या फिर लिंक्डइन का जो भी लिंक दे दूंगा. तो इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स वगैरह स्पेसिफिकली रिलेटेड टू IIM IPMAT, तो यू कैन रीच आउट टू आदित्य. बाकी इफ यू लाइक दिस वीडियो देन डू सब्सक्राइब राइट नाउ. ऐसे अच्छी अच्छी वीडियोस और भी आती रहेंगी. तो बस चलिए आपसे मिलूंगा अब नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. सो गाइस, स्टे हैप्पी, स्टे सेफ.